What's going on, team? Good morning, good morning. I don't like this engulfing at the bottom of the zone. Same thing with oil. In the 15-minute time frame, there's an engulfing at the bottom here. Alright, we'll see. So, what's up, team? So, for today, what's left is pretty much the ones with the red flags, right? We have AU, we have EU, we have GJ, we have US 30, US oil, and Bitcoin. These are the only pairs left for the day that haven't done SCP or that hasn't done their move for the day. So, AU, we know we are in, again, market makers patterns downtrend, but in the 30-minute time frame, we can see that we are still trading in this little zone of consolidation that we've been in for a few days now. Rejecting the highs, reject the lows, reject the highs, going back down to the lows. So at this point, where are we? In the middle of consolidation. This is where we want to start seeing what price wants to do. You can see that price went down to the lows. Price went right back down, or went right back up to the high of the day. So we gotta wait it out. Wait it out to see if price is gonna break these highs. Price breaks these highs, then we know it's gonna want to go up. If we start respecting the highs, then this is where we want to start seeing price go down. Good Raz and Muhammad, what's good, my brother? Euro USD is also one where I just still have it on. STP hasn't been hit yet. But you could already see price already started moving, right? Entries were right on the 200 EMA, what we were talking about yesterday in the live session. Price went down to the 200 EMA and started going up. Gonna see if price is gonna give us a pullback. If it gives us a nice pullback, then we know we could get a simple entry for the day. Only thing I don't like about it, obviously, is still we're in the higher high and higher low. Again, just looking at market structure where we're at. Higher high, higher low. Right? Internally, in this higher high and higher low, right? The next higher high is here. Right? But the internal structure, we could see higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? So we know that right now we are still trading higher low, right? Until here we start making lower high. Then again we have higher low. So what do we want to see? We want to see price respect these lows. So price could either do something like this, right? Or we want to start seeing it break above these highs to continue. Obviously, which one's easier to trade? We would love to see a pullback. That way we still have STP to work with. We still have a good range to work with. Without STP, or if price already does STP before we could get an entry, then it is what it is. We've got to wait for a better opportunity. So another thing to look at is, again, we know that we are trading. It looks like price wants to give us the fib retracement again, to where we're consolidating between 23.6 and 38.2. That's exactly what it looks like it wants to do, just a bearish, or I'm sorry, a bullish flag post pattern. So yeah, we're just putting the pieces of the puzzle together. That's all it is. We're trying to use as many rules as possible to have a good amount of confluence, right? But to also understand that right now, it's not the best place to look for a trade. Would love to see a pullback, would love to see price do what it has to do before leaving, right? Meaning before they go up and they start to continue that higher high and higher low trend. In the 4 hour, still making lower lows, lower highs, and lower low, right? I don't want to get trapped here in the 4 hour, right? We can see that at one point, yeah, we were making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Up until this point, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So this push to the top side, this could just be part of the lower high. This is why I don't really like getting into trades up here, because at this point, yeah, we could see, okay, maybe price wants to reach the 4 hour highs, yeah, maybe, but if it doesn't, then what are we doing? We know that we're still making lower low, lower high, and this is where price is gonna go back down and give us a lower low, continue the downtrend push. In daily time frame, kind of no confluence either in the daily time frame. There's nothing telling us in the daily time frame, hey, price is gonna go up. Right now we're just in the middle of consolidation. Again, we're at the top already of the flip zone that was in the middle of the zone, which is good, but we could still see price making smaller lower lows and lower highs. We still know that we are trading between higher high, higher low, higher high, which is what we have the daily high. Price then went down and gave us a lower low, change of character. So we know that we're trading between this low and this high. So we don't have enough confluence in the daily time frame to be comfortable. So now in the 4 hour, we know we're making lower lows, lower highs. In the 30-minute, we know we're making higher highs and higher lows, but price is now just consolidating. So you see where it starts getting a little trickier, right? If it would be a lot easier if we're looking for a pair that in the daily time frame we're doing higher highs and higher lows. In the 4 hour time frame, we're making higher highs, higher lows. In the 30-minute, we're making higher highs, higher lows. Then we know exactly where price is gonna go. But if the daily is making lower lows and lower highs, and the 4 hour is making higher highs and higher lows, and the 30-minute is just consolidating, right? Where's price gonna go? Is it respecting the lower lows and lower highs in the 4 hour? Is it respecting the structure in the daily? Right? That's where trading gets a little tricky. That's where a lot of people get messed up in. So this is why we just gotta wait for our confluences. We have to wait for our confirmations, right? Once we wait for our confirmations, we know we could go get those entries. So we'll wait this out. We'll see what price wants to do here for the day. Swept retest and the retest on 800 EMA in the 5-minute, missed it by 20 minutes. Let's see. We had higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us change of character, lower low. Price started consolidating here. Gave us a BOS. Is this high, this low? This low broke. Gave us this low, this high. Then price gave us change of character. Let's see. It's all part of the same trend. You have the change of character, then you have the break of structure that happened now. If we could get a pullback, this would be where the nice entry would be. I'd love to see, do we have an engulfing anywhere here? Nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1 hour, nothing in the daily, or in the 30. 15-minute, nothing. In the 5-minute, let's see. Just keep going. GJ is one that has not moved yet, which is very rare. We usually don't have an opportunity to trade GJ in NYC session, but let's see what we see. So daily time frame, again, we're in peak high territory. We know that we're trading. Let's actually update this real quick. So, but we can't. I'm not gonna use a whole zone. I'm not gonna use this whole big wick as a zone. But we know that we're just in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market right now, and gave us 3 months of rise. On the third month, gave us a rise no net. We got a fourth month variation where price went up again. Then this month, I'm not expecting price to continue to go up, but we can see that that is what price looks like. That's what price wants to do. In the 4 hour, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, already gave us that new weekly high. Still making higher highs and higher lows. 30 minutes, same thing. Just still making higher highs and higher lows. One could argue and say, oh, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, and then this is where the price needs to break. But no, this is just all part of the same trend. There's not a significant pullback, right? It's not steep enough to be like, oh yeah, this is higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute high and this 30-minute low, and just gotta wait it out, see what price wants to do. We had an exhaustion candle here, then price came down and filled it. Could this be where price is gonna flip back up to the top side after the exhaustion candle? It could be. So GJ, there's really not much to break down on GJ either right now. We kind of just gotta wait it out. Similar again, a lot of these pairs are in very similar situations. So I'm not, I'm not in a rush to get into a trade at all. This until we clear up where we're at. These zones are really ugly to me. Again, this is even with this pair, right? What we were talking about yesterday, right? Being patient is really what's gonna pay us, and that's it. If we're being patient, it is what it is, right? And if moves happen after we're not on our charts, where again 1 p.m. I'm not really on my chart at that time. Unfortunate that the moves that we were looking for happened after we got off our charts, but that's trading sometimes, right? It's not always gonna happen when you're on the charts. But if we're being patient and we just allow the market to do what it has to do, and we wait for our confirmations, we're bound to get a trade, right? We're bound to catch a trade. So, something else I want to make sure that we take a look at. We have news today, a lot of news today. We have Canadian news at 8:30 in the morning. So we don't have a CAD pairs, but we will turn USD CAD on. Even though again, this is on the same, pretty much same explanation for what we see on EU, right? We have, first and foremost, we're at the top of the zone in consolidation. Again, in an uptrend, let's draw this out for everybody again. When you're in an uptrend and you're consolidating, when you want to start looking for buys, do you want to look for buys at the top of the zone, or do you want to look for buys at the bottom of the zone? Right, at the top of the zone or the bottom of the zone? When you want to look for buys, and then vice versa, when you're looking for sells, do you want to look for sells at the top of the zone or sells at the bottom of the zone? So it's the same thing that's going on right now with USD CAD. Outside of that, we already had 3 months of rise. We got the fourth month variation when we had a rise no net on the third month. Am I expecting price to continue to go up this month? Not really, not at all. When I'm in the 4 hour, we can see that here's where price is just still making higher highs and higher lows. Right? And if we zoom out, again, we know that we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price gave us a change of character, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price consolidated, broke above consolidation and gave us a higher high. Right? Broke above here and gave us a higher high. So now we know that we're trading between the break that made the last low that made the break, right, and this high. So we could see that, okay, yeah, we were making lower lows, lower high, lower low, but then we made a higher high, we had consolidation, we broke above. There's some confluence here that's letting us know, okay, maybe this is just a retest of this zone. This is where price is going to give us a retest and we're going to continue to go up, right? This could also be, oh, price is respecting the 23.6 and 38.2 fib retracement where we put our lines. you can see that that's a possibility. Where price is right on the 38.2. So when we start putting all of those rules together again, it makes sense that okay, this is probably where price, right, is gonna want to start going up. Now, again, the fact that we're in the 30-minute time frame right now, and we can see that price is at the top of the zone of the 30-minute time frame, and price is still making lower low, lower high, then price went down, gave us a lower low. We know that we're still trading between, or I'm sorry, let's zoom this out one more. Let's zoom it out one more. Lower low, lower high, lower low. This is where price gave us a change of character, higher high. Then price went down, gave us another change of character, lower low. Gave us this high and this low. Then price gave us lower high, and this is where price broke and gave us a lower low. Right? Because this broke here, gave us this low and this high. So the fact that we're still making lower lows and lower highs, we still don't have a change of character, we still don't have a break of structure. We don't have any engulfing candles, right? We had an engulfing candle here at the low. It respected it, went up to the top of consolidation, rejected the highs, went down, went back down to the middle, went back up to the top, rejected the highs, went back down to the bottom, rejected the lows, went back up to the top, rejected the highs, went back down to the lows, rejected the lows, went back up to the highs, rejected the highs, to where we're at now. And the fact that we're at the high of the zone in a 30-minute time frame is not the best place to look for a trade. This is where a lot of people are going to get faked out, similar to what happened yesterday. So with that being said, you know, we're going to have to be patient with this. We could see that, okay, price went up, first green candle went up, tested the zone. None of these candles gave a break of structure to the top of the zone. None of them. They're all testing. So with that being said, also, it's another factor, it's another type of confluence that we could use and be like, okay, if price would have given us, this is the break, right? If price would have given us this green candle, right? Let's talk about how this is gonna mark up and what's a break of structure and how it's supposed to look, right? I would have loved to have seen another green candle close above this one. That would have been considered. That's what we would consider a break of structure. Now, we could come in here, we could argue too and say, okay, but if that's what we're looking for, right? Would this green candle that closed above, would this be considered a break? Right? In this case, I wouldn't call it a break. Why? Because they all closed in the same spot. They all closed on the same with the same height, I guess we could say. Right? We could see we had a green exhaustion candle and then price just started pushing down. Right? None of these were strong breaks. These were all just candles that were just still in the same zone. Now, if the candle would have closed somewhere here, like this, then yeah, we would consider that a break. But the fact that it didn't, it just kept respecting the highs that we have here, it's not a strong break. So this is why I wouldn't consider it. Now, if this is what would have happened, and then price would have given us a pullback, right? This is then we know we could get into a trade here to continue to push to the top side. So just using candlestick analysis, market structure, everything that we need to look for, it's not looking good to look for an entry at this point. Still, we still just gotta wait it out a little bit more, and then again, just wait for confirmations. There's not much we could do as traders here. Right? Our job is to wait for the correct time to take a trade. If we get the correct timing, we enter a trade, we win. If we start being impatient, again, the way that it could have easily happened yesterday and we would have just gotten in any trade, what happens? We go into drawdown, we get spiked out of the trade, we get faked out, right? And US 30 is the best example for that. So, we'll continue to look at USD CAD just because we have that news at 8:30. Just to be sure, right? Just to make sure that we don't have an entry opportunity before news. That's pretty much it. EuroCAD hit STP already early, so I'm not gonna even entertain that. GCAD also hit STP and it's at the top of the zone, the highest point of the zone. So I'm gonna let GCAD do what it has to do. right? GCAT, I need to see a pullback before anything else. We've had higher highs and higher lows for a week and a half already. So we'll let that move. US 30, right? We could already see it's gonna give us one of the type patterns, right? We're either gonna see a type 1, type 2, or type 3. At the bottom of the zone, it gave us an engulfing red candle. Again, if we would have taken that trade, we would have already been hit out. Stop loss would have been hit already. And again, if you're in a zone of consolidation, do you want to look for buys at the top of the zone? I'm sorry. Do you want to look for sells at the top of the zone, or do you want to look for sells at the bottom of the zone? So it's the same thing, right? It's the exact same thing as a double bottom or a double top, right? It's the exact same thing as an engulfing as a bullish or bearish flag post pattern when it's given it to you in a different zone, right? Which is what we could see here. Are we expecting a bullish flag post here at the top of the zone to continue to go up? No, we understand that this is a fake out. Now, if they would have given us this type of pattern at the bottom of the zone, which we could see again, this is the daily high and the 4-hour high. If they would have given us this type of structure at the bottom of the zone in the daily lows and the 4-hour lows, then yeah, we know, oh shit, we could catch this continuation to continue the push to the top side. But what did it do? It faked everybody out thinking that this is where price is going to continue to go up, and then boom, it melted down. So it's the same thing. Again, it's just understanding where you're at in the market, right? What zones you're trading in, and the reasons why. It's going to allow you to not get into these trades that are losing trades. Is the easiest way to put it. So it's the same thing here. If we would have taken this entry on the retest of the engulfing candle, we would have gotten hit out already. So again, we'll keep going. And for the news, we have CAD news at 8:30. We have USD medium impact at 9. We have GBP high impact at 1. So that's the reason why GJ hasn't moved yet. On the other hand, GU already moved, but GU's in the exact same situation as the other pairs. We're at the top of the zone. We have higher high, higher low, higher high, price consolidated. And right now we're just in the zone of consolidation. Could we be picky and just continue to look at it? Yeah, we can. But again, at the top of the zone of consolidation, we have no, this is a pair again where we had consolidation and we broke below consolidation, and this looks like it just wants to be a pullback. Now, there's one thing I was looking at here that I might just continue to look at, and it's this engulfing candle flip zone. The fact that price already broke above here, and then we'll go back to the 30 and see how this looks in the 30. Right, this could be where price is going to turn back around to retest to then continue to push to the top side. So to go up to the 4-hour high, which we could see that it was already kind of used up. But with the news, I don't want to get into anything early with this pair. So GU, we're going to keep it on before 1 p.m. I'm not going to entertain this. If NYC gives us the entry, then it is what it is. Oil, let's see. Alright, so oil did give us that retest on the 15 at the bottom of the zone, right? So this is one of those situations where I wouldn't have taken this trade, but it worked out. Alright, we had, come on, brush. This is a zone where we're at the bottom of the 30-minute zone. It gave us an engulfing red candle, right? An engulfing bearish candle at the bottom of the zone, and it worked out. It gave us the retest, boop, went right back down. So this is one of the situations where this trade worked out. 113 pips is STP. We're almost there. We're missing a few pips. 12 pips left. So oil, I'm going to turn it off just because STP is pretty much already done. Right, what do I want to see? I want to see a change of character. After a change of character, I want to see a break of structure. So oil is going to be an interesting one for the rest of the week. That's what I wanted to see from yesterday. I wanted to see if we would have gotten that change of character yesterday and then we would have gotten the break of structure how we did today with a pullback. I would have loved to see that, but it's all good. We'll start. We already know for the rest of the week, if oil does decide to continue to trend down and give us STP at the lows, then we know that US oil for the rest of the week is going to be a pretty good trade to look at. ZAR is still at the lows of the 30 and the 4-hour lows, so nothing there. And STP was already done. Gold is another one. STP is already done. We can see how price starting to slow down a little bit. And then Bitcoin is here at the top, just still consolidating on the top of the zone. So we'll have to wait for pretty much for news to hit. We'll have to wait for the NYC session to start. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over specifically, whether or not they're on our list. If not, we'll just be here and we'll wait it out. Again, with the first sets of news is at 8:30 in the morning, so we still got another 2 hours here to just kind of chill out, see if we can get any type of moves to be made. EU pullback. Let's take a look. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. The only thing I just don't like about EU is just where we're at in the zone. Right, we're in the higher high, higher low situation. We're in the higher high. Internal 30-minute consolidation. We're at the top of consolidation. Is the only thing that's really messing this up is the zone that we're trading in. Right. Other than that, we'd have a nice little entry with stop losses down here. TP at STP. But outside of that is again just when we draw out where we're at in the zone, how price is moving, the fact that we've been consolidating up here for the last 4 days, you know, is the only thing with EU that I'm just still not comfortable trading up here at all, right? We're still in the overall lower low, lower high, lower low area, right? So like I was saying earlier, could this just be a lower high to where price is gonna go down and give us a lower low? That's really the number one thing that I'm seeing here with EU. As much as I would love to get a trade here, I just there's too many. Again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier, right? If the daily time frame is telling me lower lows and lower highs, and the 4 hours telling me lower lows, lower highs, and the 30 minutes is telling me higher highs and higher lows, what does that mean, right? It means that we're still in a pullback. This could still be the high that was made to make the external lower high, and this is where price is gonna start going down and give us a lower low. It's really the only thing I don't like about this, right? And then on top of everything else, right? It's just where our 30-minute zones are at. I would love to see that 5-minute change of character BOS. Again, I treat it the same way I treat every other rule. We have to look at what zones we're in. If we would, if let's draw this out in a different way, right? Let's say that we were trading. Let's draw it out this way. Let's say we were higher high, higher low, right? And let's say this would have given us a higher high. When price gave us this pullback to give this higher low, if price would have then given us that change of character break of structure, then we know, okay, cool, we have a break of structure, right? We have that higher high, we have the higher low, and in the higher low we had the change of character break of structure. We know we could get in here to continue the push to the top side, right? On the other hand, what's happening now, we have higher high, right, from the break that happened down here, right? So we have higher high, higher low. All of this is higher high in the 30-minute, right? And then internally, we just still have those lower lows and lower highs situations. So it's, it's really not. I wouldn't take this trade personally. I wouldn't take it. But again, it's not a bad USD. Let me see. USD news. No, we don't have any USD news. CAD at 8:30. USD medium impact at 9. So is more of a, is volume going to be on our side when NYC session starts? It's the only thing that we could really just wait for, just the NYC session. I wouldn't get into these trades earlier today. And for some reason from yesterday, right? We know when on a day with no news, especially with no USD news at all, we know that price is most likely gonna want to start moving a little bit later, right? It's either gonna start moving at around 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. So I really wouldn't get into these trades as early at this point, especially not, like I said, not really for the USD pairs. Right, AU, we can see that it's still here at the top, really hasn't given us any type of movement. GJ still here at the top, hasn't moved at all. GU is still consolidating in the same spot. US 30 still consolidating. If we would have taken a trade going short at the engulfing, we would have gotten hit out, right? And this is what I mean about probabilities, right? We compare US 30 to US oil, right? What's the difference? There's no difference, right? We had an engulfing on oil at the bottom of the zone where it worked out in this case and it went straight into take profit, literally zero drawdown, right? Did 70 pips in comparison to US 30. Why did US oil and US 30? Why did US oil work out? Why didn't US 30 work out? It's just more of a probability game when it comes to the entries that we know is part of probabilities. Where again, do we want to look for shorts at the bottom of the zone or do we want to look for shorts at the top of the zone? But again, it's all good. The reason being, we have a day of drop yesterday. If today finishes on a second day of drop, all I'm looking for today is a pullback. We had a change of character. So this gives us already a glimpse, like, okay, like what I was saying earlier. If we don't catch a trade today, it's all good. We still got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We gave the market time to start moving to the direction that they want to move to. We get a change of character and a pullback after the second day rise. We know we could catch that lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We'll catch a lower high, the entries on the lower high to go and make another lower low. And we'll catch the 372. So again, we just gotta be a little bit more patient with these entries right now. There's really nothing else we could really do. And again, we could just use yesterday as an example. If we would have taken any of those trades early on, we would have gotten hit out. Would have been in profit in a few pips, then we would have been straight into break even once again. So I get it. True, we're still in a higher high. Yeah, exactly. So I'm really not. I wouldn't be confident taking that trade. There's too many what ifs that could happen. 5 minute looks good though. Right, 5 minute looks perfect. The only thing again is when we're looking at the overall structure, it's do we really want to take a trade here where we're at right now, where we know that we rejected these highs already. Price started going down, right? Technically, we're still trading in this area here. So yeah, it's really EU's in a tough spot right now. EU's in a tough spot. look at AU as well. See, AU's another one, right? As to why these cells didn't, why these cells didn't work out, in the sense that we have an engulfing candle, right, making internal lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. It's just where we're at in the zone overall, right? We're in the zone of consolidation. Not only that, we're still overall making higher highs and higher lows. Again, we can't get into a trade going short if we're still making higher highs and higher lows. Doesn't matter where we're at in the pattern, right? It doesn't matter that we're in A2 looking for downtrends, right? We can't be looking for sells if the daily time frame is still telling us higher highs, higher lows. We can't be looking for sells if the 4 hour is still telling us higher highs and higher lows, right? Especially the 30-minute. We can't be looking for sells in a zone where we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So this is exactly what we're talking about with every other pair. Right? Every pair is moving the same way. All pairs move the same way. Same thing with GJ, right? GJ is still making higher highs and higher lows. 4 hours, we're still making higher highs and higher lows. 30-minute, we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So where are we gonna enter for these shorts? We can't until we get a solid confirmation that price is gonna turn around. GU is still at the top of their zone. US 30 still in the same spot that's been in all morning. USD CAD's moving counter against the trend again. We can't be looking for buys once again. Now only in the 30-minute time frame are we in a zone of consolidation, right? So the number one thing is we can't look for buys at the top of the zone without having a clean break of structure. That's number one, right? Number two is, again, how are we going to be looking for buys when the 30-minute is still telling us lower lows and lower highs, right? The 4 hour is telling us lower lows and lower highs until here where we had a change of character. But it's not a change of character break of structure, it's just a little change of character. Could we still get a steeper pullback? Of course, right? The 30-minute is telling us, I think I did the 30-minute, right? Still is telling us lower lows and lower highs. And in the daily time frame, we're just consolidating. So daily zone, we're consolidating. 4 hour, we had a little higher high change of character, right? But the 30-minute, we're also still making lower lows. So every single time frame is doing something completely different. So this is where we just look at price action. We look at market structure, right? Again, our clean market structure, where we know we could have gotten these buys, where we know that these little breaks, if price would have given us a clean break of the zone and then it gave us this pullback, we know we could have gotten into this trade going long, right? But the fact that price just didn't give us a break of structure, it gave us an exhaustion candle, we're at the top of a zone of consolidation, we know that price just isn't ready yet to start going up. Still gotta wait it out, right? Let's take a look at oil again, because oil was one trade where, let's dig deep into oil. So oil, where are we? Overall, we're in the first zone of consolidation, A1. We know that we're in the middle of the zone of consolidation, where price made higher high, higher low, higher high, and right now we're still waiting to see where price wants to break. Failed to break the lows, failed to break the highs, failed to break the lows, failed to break the highs, to where we're at now, just in the middle, right? So daily time frame isn't a good, doesn't have any good confluence. In the 4 hour, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, lower high, and now we're still waiting for price to give us a break of structure. But it's all good. In the 4 hour, we could still see lower lows and lower highs. In the 30-minute, we could see price giving us both sides. We're just consolidating, right? So again, this is just one of those situations where if we could have just gotten into an aggressive trade on oil just based off the engulfing candle retest to continue the push to the bottom side. But again, where are we in the zone of consolidation? In the 30-minute, we're at the bottom. So, but again, it's like I was saying, it's all good. Because now what am I expecting on oil? Okay, we have 2 days of drop, right? We have the first day, today's the second day. I'm expecting price to give me a nice little pullback by the end of the day, so we could take a trade here on a lower high to continue to make lower lows. Or if price wants to give us a pullback, give us a break of structure by the end of the day, then after the break of structure is going to give us a pullback, give us another lower high, we know we could take this trade down to the 3rd day low. which is going to be down here in the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour low. So it's all good. All right, we just got to wait for those confirmations for the rest of the week. ZAR is still at the bottom of the zone. All right, so CAD is down, ZAR is down. Could be expecting 30 today to push up. Now gold, right? Gold is in that situation where what are we seeing? Daily time frame, we're in the highest point in the market, still making higher highs, higher lows. In the 4-hour, we're in the highest point of the market, again making higher highs and higher lows. In the 30-minute, what are we seeing? Still higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So again, could we look for shorts? Absolutely. We could take a short from the high to the bottom to make a higher low. But we have to wait for our confirmations. We don't want to just enter a trade going short. Oh, because the 30-minute is telling us price is going lower. I know this could all be part of the same move. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. This push to the bottom could be the higher lows for price to then continue to push to the top side. Right, and we know that we have in the 30-minute this engulfing candle. Well, that's confirmed. This red candle does not have a top wick, so it's not a valid engulfing candle. It's confirmed. Does it have a small wick? Any wick at all? No. Do we have an engulfing candle in the 4-hour? Let's look. We're looking for green, green, reds. No, not valid. Doesn't have a bottom wick. Daily time frame, nothing. 1-hour time frame, nothing. 30-minute, not valid. Does not have a top wick on the red candle. In the 15, nothing. Change of character. Break of structure. We have this high and this low. Let's look at something this way. We have the 800 EMA at the bottom, so it's not the best place to look for trades. Price could respect the 800, but let's put all our rules together. This is where we want to start seeing price respect. Could this be the entry to where price is going to go short? Why not, or why yes? All right, let's look at both sides of the story. Again, we know that this could all be part of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and this is where price is going to start going up. Right? If we're looking at the internal structure, just notice how the internal structure could be the one that's trapping traders, making everybody believe that this is a double top. This is going to be the retest of the double top to continue to push to the bottom side, right? Instead of it saying we're still making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and this is the pullback for the higher low, right? To just do something like this and go up. You see how both sides of the story is just being traders being trapped. That's why we gotta wait for the solid confirmations. Once we wait for the confirmations, there's nothing nobody else could show us or tell us that makes us be like, okay, cool. No, we know we could enter these trades now, going short, or vice versa. No, we could enter these trades going long. But we gotta wait for those confirmations. Without those confirmations, we're just trading blindly, right? We're trading just with the thought and feeling of, oh, I just want to take a trade. What are we taking today? So we'll wait it out. We'll see what price wants to do. And then Bitcoin, assuming it's still just consolidating. So we'll wait it out and see what price wants to do. So far, US oil is the only one. The only trade for the day that really played out. So we'll see. Give us that bottom wick. Gives us a bottom wick. Safely go home with this trade today. Let's see. Got 4 minutes left for this 30-minute candle to close. Got anything else in the 30? Let's see. Got GU. Let's see what price wants to do here. Yeah, I'm using 30 minutes too, so Alright, so the engulfing candle did not work out on Euro, USD. GJ still pushing up again. GU also did not give us that engulfing candle. Bitcoin still at the top of the zone, right? Went up to 30-minute highs once again. Started to push back down to the bottom. So again, we'll just wait it out. We have 30 minutes for CAD news to hit. Should be expecting some sort of volume. We did say we wanted to keep an eye on USD CAD for that news, and we can see that a boop went right back down. So you guys see exactly what we were talking about, right? This is a game of understanding again just the zones that you're trading in, right? Will there be days and will there be trades that work out in the zones where technically speaking they're not supposed to, right? We'll say the word supposed to work out sometimes. And again, the example is on US oil, but it gives us a glimpse of how the rest of the week is going to go, right? Especially when you're trading with the trend, right? Again, oil, we know we're trading with the trend, we're going down. If it gives us 2 days of drop, perfect. We'll take the 372. We'll take the trade tomorrow. We'll take a continuation. No harm, no foul, right? We allow the market to set up for us. We take advantage when we need to, and we take those trades when we need to. USD CAD, if we would have taken this trade earlier, right? If we would have been just, oh, but it broke and it's above the zone, right? What would have happened? Straight into fucking stop loss. No questions asked. Never was in profit when you took this trade. Straight to stop loss. So the market is showing both sides of the story, right? It's showing what happens when you're patient, and it shows what happens when you take the right trades. So again, gold is still pushing on up here. Bitcoin is still at the top. US 30 at this point, right? We're gonna give it a few. Again, this is one where I'll be expecting, you know, one of the patterns, right? Type 1, type 2, type 3. I do believe we'll get a type 1 pattern today, is what it looks like it's shaping up to be. But we will see a little bit later on what exactly it is that price wants to do. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Year was good, Donovan. My bad, I was on the phone with my grandma. Popping in, brother, be full back after the bush trip. Alright, man. Have fun. I'm a little jealous, but it's okay, man. Did you send me the Discord on Tesla? Nah, 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 nah. I don't even know what you're talking about. No clue what you're talking about. Mmm. I don't know, man, but look, USD cat is waiting for you, man. It's like Donovan's not ready to trade yet. We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna give him any entries yet. Your Discord has been stolen again. That's not good. Yeah, there's been a few people these last couple weeks. They join and then let me see if I could. Is there somebody else in here? Yeah, they'll join. They'll change their name and they'll start messaging everybody in the Discord. I know I deleted one like 2 nights ago, blocked them, reported them. There's so many bots, so many bots. And they'll do the same thing with the Vice Trading Discord too. They'll just change their username. Yeah, OG JumpeR. Yeah, just make sure. I think that's the one I deleted a few days ago. It has like a period at the end of the name. Just make sure that it's the right one. Nah, but it definitely wasn't me. Nah, it was the fake account. They spent so much time to make it look real. They'll take the pictures. They'll post the same picture as their profile picture. They'll put those periods at the end. There's one with like a dash at the end of the name too. Discord has to make like a verified user where the real users have like a check mark next to their name and then the bots, they should do that, but it is what it is. Alright, my brother. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon, man. We miss you out here. Got 13 minutes left for the Canadian news to drop. Let's take a look. So EU are exactly what we were talking about. Yeah, these entries are not the best entries, right? What do I mean by not the best entries? Whenever we want to enter a trade, whenever price gets to where it needs to go to, once it gets there and starts drifting away, we don't want to see it come back. You can see that price went and came right back down and gave us another engulfing red candle. So we already know EU's in a spot where again we just got to be patient, wait it out. GJ's right back at the top of the zone. GU, same thing, just still at the top of the zone. We still don't have any break of the highs. We don't have any break of the lows. Price is just still consolidating. Let's look at US 30s. US 30s at the top right now, so still waiting it out, waiting to see is it going to give us a type 1 pattern, which is what I could be expecting price to do, which again, if we draw it out, price consolidating, right, break above, then up here is where we'll start seeing price go down. We just got to be patient with that. USD CAD, just to take a look, since we have news coming up, we understand that it's still at the bottom of the zone. Right now we're at the middle. We rejected the highs, started going down, now we're in the middle. I want to see, do we have any engulfing candles down here that price retested? So nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1, nothing in the 30, nothing in the 15, nothing in the 5. Right, the 5 we had this break, which gave us this high, this low, this high broke, gave us this low and this high. See, if price would have given us a change of character, right, and then gave us this pullback, and then price would have given us a break of structure, and then given us another pullback, then we know we could take the trade. Right, but instead it gave us a change of character, price gave us a pullback. Right now we're between the 78.6 fib retracement, 50 and 78.6, and again we could add the fibs, double confirm that. Right, 50, 61.8, 78.6. Right, so we're in the middle of that right now, where if we would have taken a trade aggressively just off the 50% retracement, stop loss would have been hit just by a single pip, right, a wick of the trade. USD, we have 10 minutes left. 46 pips was STP as well. Did we do 46 pips? 30. Okay. And then Bitcoin's still here at the top of the zone. So we'll see. Keep a close eye on USD CAD. I'll just babysit this one for another 10 minutes. Or even realistically speaking, that's not even the 5-minute zone. Because if we zoom out, we had lower low, which broke here, gave us lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, right? Little break here gave us this high and this low. So technically we're not even, we're still trading between this low and this high in the 5-minute, and price just consolidating here. So this is all kind of out of whack. Could we take an aggressive trade though? Right, in the 1-minute and just be like, fuck it, we're gonna take a 1-minute trade. If we want to use this engulfing candle as a little zone, we can, but it's not a valid engulfing. It doesn't have a bottom wick, so I wouldn't use this zone. It's not valid for me at all. Nothing in the 1, nothing in the 5, nothing in the 15. Again, this is just purely based off of volume, if any type of volume comes in the next 8 minutes. Oh man. That's crazy. Can you check DM? Yeah, I got you. No problem. Uh, think about GA. Let's take a look real quick. How long do we got? We got a minute 30. So this could work out, right? Again, the biggest thing to take a look at is STP. We already did 76 pips, right? Out of 67. So the number one thing to take a look at is STP. Did STP was hit already? Yes, right? Um, one thing that I was looking at on GA when we did the little breakdown of this one was just where we're at in the zone. The fact that we're still below the flip zone, the fact that we're still at the bottom of the zone, and we're still making, again, lower lows and lower highs in the daily time frame. The 4-hour time frame, we're still lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. We consolidated in that lower low when we broke above the zone of consolidation, right? Price, after the break, gave us the retest and started the push to the top side. So the fact that price already made the push to the top side earlier in the day, then it just pushed right back down to the low. At this point, you're fighting a game between, it's a game of fucking tug of war, right? Where you have sellers and buyers all in the same. Give me 1 second. News is about to drop. Let me go back to this real quick. I just want to see how price reacts to the news. That's there you go. Yep. Okay. So what I was saying earlier with USD CAD, you could definitely take this aggressive trade here at the bottom on USD CAD. Didn't take it. Right, news just spiked that up. So let's see how it plays out. Is it going to continue to go up, or is it going to just give a crazy wick and then go back down? It's usually what happens with news like that. So let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to GA. So did it do anything? No. So with that being said, right, we know that overall we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high. It broke here, gave us this low and this high. Right, these highs were respected, right, where price respected the highs and started going down. At this point with GA, could you take an aggressive trade down here just because it's a break and retest of the zone of consolidation? Yeah, you can. Right, you have your stop loss would be the only thing, right? 30 pips stop loss, which is the number one thing. It's if you do take this aggressive trade, where would your stop loss be to be at 30 pips? The second thing to look at, again, STP. The move for the day was already done, number one. Number two is GA. We already know this is more of an Asia London session pair than anything else. So the fact that this pair already did STP before the NYC session in comparison to yesterday, right? Yesterday consolidated throughout Asia session and London session. And it wasn't until the end of London going into NYC that price started moving up. And then throughout the entire day from 8:30 in the morning all the way to 5 p.m., price never moved again. And again, that's because STP was already done, the move for the day was already done. So using the same logic into today, understanding that price already moved in Asia session, price already moved in London session, STP is already hit. Are we expecting this pair to move again? Are we expecting it, like, where are we expecting this price to go to? You know what I mean? Now, there's two ways to look at it. We understand we're in an uptrend. If price decides to finish on a second day of rise, right, where we have 1 day of rise, the second day of rise, we know tomorrow, going into a trade, we could catch this trade and our TP is going to be up here. So again, could you take this trade and hold it for tomorrow? You can. But understanding that if price finishes anywhere between here and here, exactly where price is at, and it finishes on a no net, or if it finishes below and it hits, ultimately if it finishes below, it's going to hit your stop loss. Right? So there's no other set of confluence in this pair that's letting us know that price is going to go up. Let's look at this in the 15 minute. Could we take the trade here on this engulfing candle? We can. A little aggressive trade here. This would be the trade that would make sense to trade. Right? If you get in a trade here and then you have a 13 pip stop loss instead of a 30 pip. So it wouldn't be a bad position at all. Would it be a strong position? I wouldn't call it a strong position, but it could work out. Definitely could work out. There's no doubt about it. Let's turn on GA. We'll keep that on for you there on the screen. Alright, so let's look at EU. So EU went back down to the bottom. So that's why these trades on EU didn't work out. It just didn't make sense to take these trades on EU just based on the fact of where we're at in the zone. So EU, we'll keep it on. It's still not even 9:30 yet. We'll continue to look at it. GJs rejected the highs once again. Started pushing down, making that push to the bottom side. GU still at the top, nothing comfortable there. US 30 still here at the bottom, right? Rejected these highs once again and went back down in this little zone of consolidation. USD CAD pushed up, not bad. Right, so again, what are we looking for on USD CAD? We're looking for that second day of rise. We could get a little continuation and catch that third day into tomorrow. So USD CAD is definitely a good one to keep a close eye on for the rest of the week. See how much price pushes up. Would love to have a pullback on USD CAD. Gold is still sitting in the same spot at the top. Bitcoin still sitting in the same spot on the top as well. So let's start seeing what else could we be looking for today. Let's start from the top. So EU, again, we're just gonna wait for a little confirmation. Oh, it's so cold in here today. Oh, the CLG CAD reacted to that news as well. I pushed up. Not bad. Getting closer to NYC. I want to start focusing on the NYC pairs for the day. Gonna turn GJ off for now. EU will keep it on. GU will keep it on. US 30 and Bitcoin. Alright, so GU 372 was already given. Alright, so I'm not gonna focus on GU. EU, we're still in the middle. Okay. Right, so US 30 and Bitcoin once again. Let's see what price wants to do here. see. We got an hour to wait here. Man. Damn, USD cat did not play today with that news. Damn. This went crazy. USDs are in the same spot. 15 minutes we get news for USDs, medium impact, nothing too crazy. So we'll continue to look at that. Would have loved to have seen a type 1 type of pattern happen here on US 30, but turned into looking like it wants to do a type 2 or a type 3, so we'll just wait it out, see what price wants to do. good, Mohammed? Nothing really, nothing too crazy. USD cat ended up with the news pushing up like crazy. Um, nothing we could do about that with the news. You know what I mean? Outside of that, nothing really else for any of the other pairs. Fo wanted to look at GA. He was looking at GA for a solid entry. Where I was telling him it's not really in the best place just because STP is already done. Could we be looking for a 372? It could be possible. 372s could happen. But at this case, it's a little bit too early to tell because price could finish on a no net. It could finish on a day of drop. So we still don't know what price wants to do yet when it comes to where price wants to push up to. So it's one of those situations where we just gotta be, with this pair, it's STP is already done. So why are we gonna take a trade on a pair where we already know the move for the day is already done? Rather just wait for price to do what it has to do going into tomorrow or later tonight during the Asia session. But outside of that, nothing really else, man. Still kind of just waiting to see what price wants to do. Euro USD is still in the same spot, right? Rejected the highs, faked everybody out who thought this was going to be a break retest to continue, hit everybody's stop losses out. Um, and yeah, at this point, I'm just waiting to see what NYC session has to offer. Still just gonna focus on US 30 at this point for the rest of the stream, and then that's pretty much it, man. So for the day of today, I mean, oil was a pretty good trade, and an aggressive trade on USD CAD could have worked out in the lower time frames like we were talking about. Um, but outside of that, that was pretty much it, man. In that case, GG. Yep. Live to see another day. See you later, armor brother. Hit you up later. Alright, 9 a.m. hit. Again, we don't want to get into any of these trades too. Oh shit, what happened? My bad. Fucking. Alright. We don't want to get into any of these trades too early, guys. We want to give it the right time, the right amount of time for price to do what it has to do. Why is this so slow all of a sudden? And then we'll see again. We're either at this point, we'd be looking for a type 2 or a type 3 pattern. So let's just continue to be patient and wait for the right opportunity to enter these trades. Take a look one more time for the engulfing candles in a higher time frame. Nothing on the 4, nothing on the 1, nothing on the 30, nothing on the 15, nothing on the 5. 5-minute time frame. Looks like price wants to start breaking the lows. Nothing on the 1 minute either. So let's continue to look at this and in the 30 and just wait it out. Bitcoin, nothing on the 30. 1 hour, also nothing. Made higher high, higher low, higher high. Price then went, gave us a lower low. Change of character. Lower high. Lower low, break of structure. Red candle. Let's see what price wants to do. 10 minutes. Take a look one more time at these pairs. EU faked out the shorts. Alright, got a little exhaustion candle coming up. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it a few minutes, guys. Not gonna rush into any trades. Again, too many movements on one candle, right? Going both sides. Faking traders going long, faking traders going short. We're just gonna wait till 9:30 here and see what we could do. Let's take a look at GA as well, since GA was one that we were keeping an eye on for FO. Let's see what it ended up doing. Right, we're in profit for a little bit, went back down to the engulfing candle. Man. Alright guys, 9:30. Lock in. Try to see if we could find an entry. So at this point, again, we haven't gotten any break of the lows, any break of the highs. We're just still consolidating, moving sideways. Euro USD, we got an exhaustion candle here at the bottom. So still nothing, right? And then Bitcoin gave us a nice push away from the top of the zone, but again, no clean engulfing yet. We still gotta wait this one out for the 1 hour time frame. See what price really wants to do, where it really wants to go. Top wick here, green, green, red. The first green, second green did not close above the first, so not a valid engulfing, but nonetheless, we'll see what price wants to do. Gold is still sitting in the same spot, GA, assuming already went down his stop loss for the people who took that trade. Again, not the best trade to take. We called that out before anything else, right? That was more of an aggressive trade. What we want to wait for GA is wait for the end of the day. Wait for Asia session. If Asia session by the time market closes tonight, if it finishes on a second day of rise, we'll take the third day going into Asia session or London session. But those trades on GA already, understanding STP is already done, price isn't gonna move again. GU also gave us an exhaustion candle here at the bottom, so should be an interesting rest of NYC. EU also okay. So let's see. I want to focus on just one pair. I don't want to be tied down to 15 different pairs and start missing stuff. So gold is still pushing up. All right, let's start looking for these pairs for these trades, guys. So go to the 1 hour real quick. Nothing there. Nothing in the 4. Okay. 30-minute. We have green, green, red. Looks like we're gonna get this engulfing. Wait, we gotta wait 30 minutes for that. Nothing else in the 5. Nothing in the 1. Again, in the 5-minute, when we're looking at the zones that we're trading in, we have lower low, lower high, lower low broke. So this low broke. Once this low broke, it was this high broke, it was a change of character. We know in the 5-minute we're trading between the last red candle before the push to the top side, changes to purple. We're trading between the last green candle before the push down. And we had this break, this low, this low, this high. So we're trading between this and this here. Alright, bye guys. Take a look. Right now, price is just going both sides, right? Hitting stop losses, going to the top, hitting top stop losses to the bottom. Really don't have a clean, no clean structure. Real quick on US 30. EU is still going back down to the bottom, right? Gave an exhaustion candle, back down to the bottom. Bitcoin is still in the same spot. I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. I have to get ready for. But hey, look at oil. Oil's looking good too. Oil's looking really, really good. Alright, what I would love to see on oil is a change of character and a break of structure, but we do have that second day drop. Not gonna be something I'm gonna get in aggressively today. Again, it'll be the same situation as GA, right? Where if we get into a trade aggressively, we could risk the we could put ourselves in risk of getting our stop losses hit before we even have the opportunity to enter the trade. So I'm gonna call it there. I have to get ready real quick. Um, Take a look one more time at these pairs. A lot of these pairs just again just in the same spot, right in the middle, trapping traders, faking them out, making them believe this is what's happening, but really is something else. Um, I don't really have a. Again, when we're looking at what we want to see, we're in a position where we gotta be patient. We gotta allow price to just move. We gotta allow price to do what it wants to do, right? Do the do, and that's pretty much it, guys. Nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1 hour. The 30-minute has this little, it could have been a nice engulfing candle. It looks like price is just giving us exhaustion candles back to back to back times. So nothing really interesting here, guys, at all. At the break gave us the low, low broke, gave us the high, high broke, right? Then gave us this low and this high. So I'm gonna call it there. We'll be back tonight for the isolation session at 7 p.m. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. If you guys do decide to continue to look at the charts, just make sure you have tight stop losses, and if price goes close to your TP, just make sure you cash out. Don't let price reverse on you the same way yesterday did. And for a lot of these pairs are pretty much moving the same way, very similar. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. I want to take a look one more time at GJ, still in the same spot. A lot of these prices are just consolidating. So alright guys, peace out. See you tonight.